This is the tightest this 2024 team has been. And I don't feel people pulling us away. I don't think it matters where we play at. You don't care what time of year it is, what the weather is. It doesn't matter. You just show up and do what you do. That's what champions do. It's hard to break us. You ain't gonna do it. The sky is the limit, man.
Let's do this thing. Let's go all the way.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hello.
Well, the draft is over.
Yay.
The deed is done. The post-draft is done.
Thank God.
The Kirby Joseph is signed. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a good week. I think it's been a good week. We're going to talk about draft shit or the undrafted signings real quick. Kirby Joseph's contract. A couple different things. I honestly thought, I didn't know.
Sorry, everyone. We having technical difficulties. What's up, Tori?
Hey, how are you?
All right. See if we can get Sky back in here for everybody. My bad, everybody. You feel me? We have technical difficulties right now. 2.2 seconds.
Literally crazy. Because I was frozen. So I was like, oh my God, because my Wi-Fi freezes so often. I was like, oh no. So I reloaded it and I was like, okay, what?
There we go. There go the man of the hour.
There we go.
Can't hear you, Sky.
What is happening?
Oh,
Right?
there you go. There you go.
My damn pug literally ripped my fucking modem power cord right out of the fucking wall.
Uh-oh.
Don't know why. Don't even know why he was over there. Because all of a sudden, that's why I always said that. I was like, what is going on right now?
Well, this is LFR Live. LFR Live. I'm gonna head off. You know,
Yeah.
enjoy my junior
Get
manager.
your ass out of here.
And I'm gone.
Bye.
Get your ass out of here. What the hell were we talking about before shit started breaking?
We were on Kirby's. We were talking about Kirby.
Lost my train of thought.
Like brief overview of everything that's happened in the last week.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, the Kirby shit, the Kirby contract, which is honestly super nice. That's one thing I do want to share really quick. I got right here. Let me pull that up. Let's start with that. Boom. Jeremy Reisman had it all loaded up. This is Kirby's contract. If you haven't seen it, this is his contract over the next 4 years, which is amazing. Obviously, we're never gonna get to the point where his contract is gonna be in the way of anything.
No.
We're never gonna get to the $17 million cap hit. I don't think they're gonna allow the contract. They'll renegotiate. They'll do something to the contract at that point, cut him, whatever. Before that get re-sign him, before it gets to that point, in my opinion. But this is amazing work. This allows us to kind of sign who we want to sign. Gets Kirby his money and gets him paid, and really again allows us to do whatever we want with signing people when it comes to his money. What do you think about this, Tori? What's your idea with this contract? Because this is phenomenal.
It's just super backloaded. So this just allows us to have space. We're going to pay our guys. Like, I don't think we're going to have to pick between JMO or Branch, or like, we're not going to have to make these harder choices because of this, how it's playing out.
No, exactly. And it just helps everything. It just helps everything. So with that being said, that allows us to the Ed Rusher shit. We're gonna be able to spend a little bit more money. I'm hoping we either sign Zadarius or get somebody at the halfway mark with the way that we're signing contracts like that. They're loading up to do something, to make some kind of move. Making sure we're not getting in cap hell. Also knowing that Hutch is coming up, got to re-sign him, and a couple other guys that are coming down the pipe that need to get paid. And Goff's contract will go into that too. I think there'll be.
I think he'll get restructured.
Yeah, absolutely. But this right here, I like this shit. I like
this deal is crazy.
It is. This is a good deal. It's a good deal. So
shout out to Disner.
Yeah, it's good shit. Good job. But yeah, great. I just love to see shit like that. I just truly love to see shit like that. The reason is everybody always like tries to criticize a lot of our moves when it comes to the double safety signings that we're gonna have to do. Gonna have to pay Hutch, which no one's bitch about that. But other signings like they bitched about Anzalone's signing when they signed him. They bitched about who was the most recent bitch about that they recently signed. Barnes.
Yeah.
Re-signing Barnes. Everybody was bitching about that for the most part. I just don't see where you guys don't really understand that if you put in the work and time and you're a good player and we drafted you, you're more than likely going to get paid, and they're going to find room for you.
Yeah.
They're going to figure it out. And they have. They truly have. They've done a good job at it. I can't hate on them for it because it's just one of those things that I don't know if we could be better at the way we kind of done things and structure things, especially with the talent that we've drafted. That's where it gets kind of weird. Where um, I still think that we need to go all in at some point, but at the same time, we've put ourselves in a situation to be able to do that and still be able to kick the can and not fuck ourselves, uh, which is phenomenal. And it's 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 paid out for longevity. I think the way this is going to work out because there's no way you can't sign Kirby Joseph, you can't sign Brian Branch, and all these different things. It's that shit to me is a must have. You must sign Kirby Joseph, must sign Brian Branch. These guys are must haves at this point. I don't give a fuck. If you're looking at why are you going to fuck you and your two safety shit. So that's my 2 cents on it. Anything else you want to add to this, Tori?
I don't think so. We're setting ourselves up for long-term success. When you look at that contract, you can see it. When you look at all these other contracts, you can see it. And Brad has said how many times we're going to pay our guys. Because up until this last year, we haven't seen these big contracts rolling out from Brad's guys. No, so absolutely. We were all kind of like, Brad's kind of cheap. How is he going to play this? But we had Saint was top position for a week?
Yep.
Panay. We're paying these guys. They're making their money.
They're staying in town. If they're a staple and you guys, if we look at them as a staple and they're like, we can't really lose this guy. He's going to pay him.
Yeah.
He's going to pay him, y'all. He's going to fucking pay him. And then let's just jump over the draft right from this. And I just like the additions that he's adding in spots that not necessarily we're not going to have to sign for a while, but guys that can be there, that are going to be there, I think. I honestly like our second round pick more than our first round pick jumping into it, but
yeah,
I mean, I think both are going to be good. I think Tyleek is going to be a solid player. I think people do underestimate that pick and what it is. I mean, could we have got him later? Possibly.
Maybe because the Bills the Bills said they wanted him.
Right. No, exactly. And my thing about it is, did we want to wait? Did we want to take a risk on missing out on all the better defensive ends? Even though there was a couple available, the better defensive ends of the class, and then all of the defensive tackles as well. Steelers kind of, I don't know. I don't know if he would have made it still, but I think the Steelers kind of made it interesting for us, towards those later in the draft when they picked Derek Harmon when he was starting to fall. And because I think that would have been our pick if he would have fell, but you never know with Brad.
Right.
I truly think Brad, like he said, he tried to move up a fuck ton. Nobody wanted to move up. I don't think Brad was willing to put the penny, foot the penny that these guys were asking for just for him to move up some picks because of what he's done in the past, what was available, what we would be doing if we added a high caliber defensive end, what it would solidify for our defense. And I know a lot of those things are going to factor when it comes to that shit. On top of having a good deal for them, everybody wants to win their fucking trade.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, do they? There were a few trades that were kind of, but
I mean, in their eyes, though, Tori, they are fucking winning, though. Like in their eyes, they're like, "Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted." Even though we look at it like, "What the fuck?"
Least. No, I do think he was trying to move up, and we said that. We've been saying that. I was really shocked we didn't go up. But if no one wants to move to 28, no one wants to move to 28.
I just think he didn't want to overpay.
He just really wasn't. Probably has to do with it.
Because at the end of the day, we did get all three positions again that we absolutely needed that are gonna get reps. Like, and that's another thing a lot of people, you guys got to understand, like, unless we are picking a high caliber defensive end, defensive tackle, a motherfucking wide receiver, or a guard. And only one guard, because we're probably gonna start fucking Mahogany this year. So one guard position is open, a defensive end position, a defensive tackle, and a wide receiver position that is going to trade in and out reps with Tim Patrick. So I like it. I'm with it. What?
So what
Hey,
would your
Rutledge,
favorite pick be?
out of all of them,
Out of
out
all
of
of them?
every single pick that we had,
Pull the list back up.
I mean, my favorite pick is gonna be Tate Rutledge or Ratledge. I'm sorry, Ratledge. And that's truly because I truly, his versatility, his ability. He's not the strongest guard in the world, but the way we move our line around and the way we pull and the way we do all these different things, the way we mash and mix our gap and zone blocking, I think this guy allows us a lot of versatility, because to me, he's more of like the style of tackle of what like Penei Sewell is. No, don't get me wrong, Penei Sewell is a brawler. But that isn't his number one thing that he's good at. He's good at being versatile. So like you can put him in any situation and he's gonna
He'll
be able
figure
to
it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Tate Ratledge is that guy. Is he like a pure mauler, like fucking run through you, fucking lead by? Absolutely not. Is he gonna do a very efficient fucking job at it? Absolutely. Is he gonna be very versatile in a lot of situations? Yes, he is. You're gonna see him in a lot of combo blocks, and you're gonna see him being able to get fucking to the second level and third level very fast, like Penei. Like, we drafted a very, 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 very athletic guard. Like, he's super athletic. So, like, what? Raz was like 99.4
Yeah, it was something
or some
stupid.
shit.
All of our guys had really high res.
Yeah, the dude's nasty when it comes to the pure athleticism and like top of his draft class and all that shit. Like, he's nasty. He's nasty. So pair that with playing at Georgia, playing against those guys. You got to remember, all these guys on the Eagles, he played against them in practice every fucking day. So I think this situation with Tate is honestly going to be the best worked out situation I think that we get out of this draft. I think he's going to, if there was a guy that's going to be on our team for a very long time, I think it's him. I think he's a home run. I still got questions about Tyleek. Tesla. Tesla. What do you think about Tesla? You go first about Tesla.
So when it popped up, I was really, really shocked. We've been pounding the table for an X for what, 2 years? So, I was happy as fuck. The trade, but Brad said that is it might not be the best in the draft, but it's his favorite receiver in the draft. Dude has fucking history picking his guys. Cooper Kupp, he had Pardon Nakua. Like, I'm not going to question him. If that's his favorite receiver in the draft, take him. And it's a guy that we've been wanting for 2 years, I think now. I like him.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just
go
going
ahead.
to fill in Tim Patrick's spot.
Yeah.
Over time. I mean, this year they're going to alternate,
that's what I
like
was
you
gonna
said,
say.
but next year, I don't think we're taking Tim again, bringing him back.
Yeah, it really just depends on the year he has. I don't think so either, especially if Tesla gets going in any shape or
Right.
form. My comp is Puka Nacua in this situation. Bigger, wide receiver, fast, can run some routes. My biggest thing about it is being a Detroit Lions fan and him coming to us is he played 3 years, an hour away from both of us at Hillsdale.
Yeah.
He, won a state championship at Ford Field in high school. He, you know what I'm saying? He now played 1 year at Arkansas, gets drafted in the 3rd round by his favorite team in the NFL. This kid is like, what?
He's going to fit in like a glove.
Yes, that's where I'm getting at. He is the like epitome of like what the fuck Dan Campbell wants.
He's another Hutch.
I
don't know about talent wise, but like he's another Hutch stereotype. Grew up here, was a fan.
Yeah, nowhere close to talent, I don't think. But it's just, to me, it's just a guy that is going to come in. He's going to work fucking incredibly hard. He already has soft hands. He's a great catcher. Like the guy, I don't know if you guys actually watch tape on this motherfucker. He has one-handed catches all the fucking time. Yeah, John just said it. He literally has not dropped a football in 2 fucking years, guys. Like literally. 6'3", runs a 4.39. Stretched the field. Hasn't dropped a ball in 2 years. Listen, I think he's going to work out, especially with working in this offseason, going into his really working his route running and timing. Like this is like what Goff likes too. Like, you see how often he's thrown to Tim Patrick. Like you've seen, who was before Tim Patrick. You've seen how many times he threw to fucking
Josh Reynolds.
Yep, Josh Reynolds. Like he loves these type of wide receivers. And my thing about this one too is I know J-Mo's fast. This guy is 1 step below J-Mo fast. Like there's the guys that are up where J-Mo's, the Xaviers, the J-Mo's, the all those guys, the Tyreek Hills. There's that 1 step below. This is that. But at 6'4".
Big boy.
So let's hope he understands, gets this down, and can run some routes. Because if we get this one right, we will have something out of this guy.
Yeah, and I'm really glad you brought up like how often he goes to Tim and Josh. So when I was watching like videos on him, he makes some wonky fucking catches. Like there's one, he's right on the sideline, ball comes right to his hip, and he just swoops it out. Like there's a couple that I was like, what the fuck? But if you sit there and think about it, that's what all he did with Josh Reynolds. Throw it up, he's going to get it somehow. And a lot of him and Tim Patrick's catches are just weird. So when I was watching that, like I was literally sitting there thinking, I was like, I see it. And especially when I saw like a couple of like the really weird catches, I was like, yeah, that's exactly who he's kind of like filling in for our future. And that's shit we see every Sunday.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. And it's like I said, that's why I comp him like kind of like Puka Nacua in this situation. Later round draft pick, same body style, catches the same way. Yak guy, like this is what This is what he does, and I hope we get a part of that. If we get Puka Nacua out of this, holy fuck, ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, holy fuck, is our offense fucking throttled then? Yeah.
And it's like you said, Ferrari the offense.
Yeah, exactly. Always. If this is Puka Nacua rookie year, yeah, exactly.
Scary.
Exactly. Fucking Super Bowl. Because the offense is averaging 30 again. And we ain't stopping. On to the next guys. I'll put these guys together. Miles Frazier and Ahmed. The only thing I know about Miles Frazier is he didn't give a sack all of last year. That's the one thing I know about him.
I don't know much.
Which is great. I'm pretty sure he plays guard and tackle. I do know that, which is great. Which we need somebody like that. One thing about this though, this O-line thing. If Manu pans out, what happens then? Oh, Taylor Decker, the next couple years.
Which I think he's on his last couple of years, anyways.
Yeah, we just need to get this Super Bowl out of the way so Taylor can retire happy.
Can have it, yeah. He deserves that.
He is one of those people that absolutely deserves it. That's a ride or die homie right there. And then also Ahmed, I don't know how to say his last name. Hassani. I don't want to mess it up. Ahmed, Egyptian drafted. Boise State. He's all the tape I've watched on him. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's what, a 6th-round draft pick, but hey, listen, if we can get John Kaminsky out of him, like give us a decent rotational piece. That's it. 6th-round pick.
This is actually I'm not going to say my favorite pick because most interested pick. Everything I've watched, he's fucking wild. And especially he's got what, 4 or 5 years playing football.
He's got a lot of work.
He's got a lot of work, but look who he's going to learn from. With these guys.
He got some people to look after here.
Yeah. I really think if we can mold him into, I don't even know. I think he has more of a ceiling than Kaminsky, but if we can get him there, he's going to be fucking insane. Like, he's not going to be a Hutch.
No, I mean, he can be halfway. He's another shot in the dark. He's another high reward, like risk that Brad decided to take with his late round picks, because who gives a fuck at that point? That's my thing about it. You take things that are like either like bona fide, guaranteed good special teams guys, or guys that can make an impact at the 3rd and 4th to 5th string level at certain positions, or you just take really huge, high ceiling fucking risks that truly don't make sense. In if we don't need the pick, So somebody like this, I'm with it. 22 sacks over the last 2 years, 115 quarterback pressures in the same span. Listen, take a shot. You know how Brad loves fucking quarterback pressures.
Oh, yeah.
He loves that fucking shit. So, and I trust Brad still. Brad hasn't, in my mind, Brad hasn't missed more than twice in fucking 30 draft picks. So, yes, sir.
He built this
you.
roster through the draft, and look where it brought us. So
Yep.
you really can't doubt him.
Yep. And then the last two guys, we'll throw them in together, Dan Jackson and Lovett. Start with Lovett. I mean, Lovett's he's going to be a guy that's going to be a special teams guy. Just go in and get some work, man. And then hopefully you can get some tick at wide receiver and see what you can do. But making the roster, hey, go make it on special teams, bro. That's where you're going to get work at. And then Dan Jackson, same, but he honestly could get some tick at safety. He's just around the football. From what I've seen on his tape and a little bit I've seen around it, he's just around the football. That's what people speak on him about being. He's just a guy that has a good sense, good instinct, and is a playmaker. So hopefully with those two guys, we get anything out of it.
Yeah. With Lovett, I think if he shapes out, he could be a Khalif replacement down the road.
Could be, yeah.
When I was watching stuff on him, he was where's Bandit? Ooh. But yeah, like that's kind of where I saw his vision with that, because Khalif's older. He's been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also a 7th round draft pick. So that's my hope for him, is he turns into a Khalif.
Yeah. That to me, that's just a hard dude to fucking replace. It's because he does so much. Let's hope. Now some notable other signings that we got. Undrafted ones. We got Anthony Tyus out of Ohio, Kai Robichak out of Boston College, Caden Prinkhorn out of Ole Miss, Zach Horton out of Indiana, Jackson Meeks out of Syracuse, Jacoby Keeney James out of UMass, Mason Miller out of North Dakota State. I always love anybody out of North Dakota State when it comes to linemen. I take any fucking North Dakota State motherfuckers, any they want to come down and get undrafted for fucking Detroit Lions. Want to know why? That's just a good D2 program. Like, they just win fucking titles all the fucking time for no fucking reason. Come on down, O-lineman. Come on down. O-line, Leaf Fianu out of Arizona State. Keith Cooper Jr. out of Houston. The edge. I don't mind that one. Houston's been good the last couple of years. Gavin Holmes out of Texas. And then, which is a corner. And then safety Ian Kennelly. Grand Valley State. There we go. Get that in-state. Another in-state Grand Valley. Hell yeah. I like that.
Do any of these stand out to you?
I mean, not really. Like I said, the only one that I like I said, I'll take any of them out of North Dakota State. And they did give him a $20,000 guaranteed salary and a $10,000 signing dollar bonus. And Jackson Meeks got $200K, and Caden got $60K and a $15,000 signing bonus. So did get some things.
Yeah, Meeks and Caden are the ones that like stand out to me. Meeks, that's just a lot for a undrafted guy. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. And then the tight end out of Ole Miss, I only know them because his wife's TikTok. So
right. So let's hope they all come to camp. Because they're all invited. And And then the ones that are signed, they obviously signed. They're coming. So, but yeah, I think overall, I think we had a fucking phenomenal draft when it comes to what we expected out of. I guess, how do I want to say this? Everybody expected us to get nothing that we're going to be able to really use outside of maybe one guy. One guy will be able to he'll make an impact on the team if we get this high. I think Brad did a little different. I think Dan did a little different. I think we got 3 guys for sure that they're going to utilize in the next season.
Yeah.
Tesla, 100%. Tyleek, 100%. Rat, 100%. Like all 3 of those guys are gonna get tons of fucking work this year.
Yeah, no, they will.
Tons of work. So, with that being said, that's why I think that this really worked out in a way that it's really good for what we're trying to do when we're trying to stack another good season on top of one and try to get to that Super Bowl. Because when we're talking about stacking seasons, the next stack is the Super Bowl. We've hit everything else in the stack except for fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
So that's the next step. It's what we got to do, and these guys picked to that way, I think, of putting ourselves in a good position to actually get to that next level and stack that next level we need to do to get to the Super Bowl. So good shit. Good shit. You got anything to say, Tori?
No, I'm really happy with how it went.
Yes.
I really didn't expect Tyleek, but I'm not going to complain. I'm happy with it.
We knew they were going D-line.
Of some sort, yeah.
At some point in time, that we knew we were going D-line, we were going O-line, we were going wide receiver. We talked about it a million fucking different scenarios. But one thing we didn't talk about is Shedeur Sanders and a couple other motherfuckers sliding all the way down to fucking Neverland. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't slide. He plummeted.
Who expected that? Because everybody said okay, the Steelers picked defensive line. Okay, what the fuck? So that throws that right out. Takes one of the players that is very high on our board right off the fucking board instantly.
Yeah.
And then all these other teams that decided that they just wanted to go defense instead of, going, hey, let's just pick what our team needs. Are like, fuck it, grab another defensive player. And then there's that. No one expected Mike Green to slide that far, but I guess there's bullshit problems off the fucking field. So there's that answer for you. How teams really thought about him, which we talked about. He could slide. So I don't know.
Once we found out there was allegations against him, 2 separate occasions, Brad's not taking him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't deal with that shit. No. And the only I will say this though. Let me speak on the Shedeur shit really quick because I want to just briefly, because I don't want to get too into this because it's been going on for a fucking a week already, and it's kind of driving me nuts. At the same time, it's people are saying that he didn't get drafted because people didn't think he was that good. He didn't get drafted because of racial stuff. He didn't get drafted because Prime's his dad. He didn't get drafted because of the media shit that the interviews we had, all that shit. But it's accumulation of fucking everything, guys. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's accumulation of fucking all of that shit. All of it. Okay? And the one thing that irks me about it though is that the one thing I disagree with is that he isn't that mid of a player that people think he is. He's played in big games. He's played against good talent. He's played with good talent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he's proven himself to be clutch. He's proven himself to be everything a quarterback should be. Now, is his dad going to be in the fucking spotlight? Absolutely. Is he going to try to be in the spotlight? Yes, he's a social media entity. Does he deserve to go be the fifth fucking quarterback on Cleveland's roster? Absolutely not. That's fucking insane to say. If you agree with him being the fifth fucking overall quarterback on the Cleveland Browns, you were fucking nuts. You were nuts. You were literally insane in the fucking membrane. Because I'm going to tell you what, he's better than 4 of the fucking quarterbacks on that fucking roster. But he's not even going to make it he's not even going to make the roster. Because he's not going to get the opportunity to. The Browns had a secret meeting with Dillon Gabriel. Shut the fuck up, bro. Okay, so you took him to Chick-fil-A when he was in town? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, get real. Get real. You're covering your ass. Just in case, for some reason, it doesn't work out. That you can go, oh, well, I have nothing to do with it. We're the Cleveland Browns. We're idiots, remember? Fuck out of here, bro. Some team's going to pick him up after he hits fucking practice squad, or he just doesn't show up to fucking camp, or whatever the fuck. If I was him, I just wouldn't show up to Cleveland's camp. Get fucked. That's me, though. I know he is, but I'm just saying I wouldn't even show the fuck up. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. You're not going to draft 3 quarterbacks in front of me, bro. When and listen, I don't, and my thing about it is like, how does this look as a brand to the NFL? Really, in the grand scope of things. And I'm talking bigger than him, right? I'm talking like the way the NFL breaks down the way it looks at things and the way it presents itself, like as such a small thing as going into the draft. Like the NFL is so picky and so nuancy with the way that they do things, and they have been that way for fucking 50 years. Like they have a guy that everybody trusts in about the draft every single fucking year, even though 80% of his picks are fucked, right? But this is their guy that they put as their head honcho, that they put on a fucking 1,000 ESPN fucking shows and 1,000 10-minute fucking clips and 1,000 20-minute fucking segments of all the draft bullshit leading up to it, right? His number 1 fucking pick is who on his fucking draft board? How does that look as the brand of the NFL of Mel Kiper? This is your number 1 guy. He knows the best. This is my fucking guy. Your number 1 guy is that fucking wrong?
Yeah.
Do you hate Mel Kiper? Did he just not get the fucking email? Like saying, hey, listen, don't do this to yourself. You're going to fuck yourself. Like, this shit doesn't make sense, people. Yeah, it doesn't make it is some kind of collusion. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't make sense at all. At all. And I truly think the owners just did not want to deal with all the bullshit that came with it. And they were like, well, one of our GMs isn't going to listen at some point in time. So fuck it. We'll just threaten him, tell him we don't want him, and then we'll see who actually takes a chance. And what do you know? It's fucking Cleveland. What do you know? The GM and the coach that don't give 2 fucks what that owner's got to fucking say. They just say, listen, man, you're going to trust me, you're not going to trust me. So they draft Dillon Gabriel and then Shedeur Sanders. They might as well just picked up his brother, but the Bucks were like, fuck it. We got to save one of them. We don't need a quarterback. Like, it just doesn't. And then the Steelers, they're banking on A-Rod and then let this shit, like, oh my God. Like, there's this so much stupid. Seattle is another one. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? I can't wait for those motherfuckers. I can't wait for those Jackson Dart motherfuckers to really watch this dude shit the fucking bed. Who's that motherfucker that was drafted by the 49ers, John? Hot shot. Blaine Gabbert. No, that's Jacksonville. Jacksonville. He's another one, though. Who is the one? The 49ers. Blaine Gabbert's like fucking twin. Anybody in the chat can guess who it is. I don't know who it is. I don't remember who it is, but you know who I'm fucking talking about. He played for like 2 years. They thought he was a hot shot. He was he's fucking trash. Fucking trash bum.
Lance?
Nope. Bigger 6'5" white guy. Could run a little bit. I forget who it is. I forget who the fuck it is. But point being, that is like what I'm talking about right here. Like, Shedeur has the numbers. He has the backing of the athletes he's been playing with. Like, all these.
It's not the NFL.
Just not the NFL, I guess. It's not the NFL. Jalen Hurts can be a fucking Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? Super Bowl winning quarterback. His Shedeur Sanders' mock is like a better passing version of Jalen Hurts. Like, I just don't get it, y'all. I don't get this shit, y'all. I don't get it.
The only thing that makes sense in my brain, and I said this when we were watching night one on Discord at the fucking owners meeting last month, and I said it as a joke, like, haha, he didn't go in the first. This is so funny. He'll go tomorrow, though. Like, nobody thought he was going to the 5th round.
Into Cleveland. Fuck.
But I literally said jokingly, like, at the NFL meeting, this is what they had to have talked about it, and like, it was a joke. I don't think it's a fucking joke anymore.
It's to me, it's not a joke. Because,
no, like, this
because there's no quarterback in the world that's gonna save Cleveland. And the crazy thing is about it, Shedeur is so fucking cocky, and I get it why. I would too be, bro. I would be just as cocky as this motherfucker is, because he is a good athlete. He's a good fucking player. And then you have his dad being one of the greatest athletes ever, right behind him, patting him on his fucking ass, going, you're the best, you're the best. I'd be cocky too. None of y'all can say you wouldn't be fucking cocky, you unhumbled motherfuckers, because it's unhumbling to say you wouldn't be cocky in his situation, because you know you would be. Mm-hmm. You know you would be exactly the way he is. So as humble as he is, even though it seems like he isn't, this is humbling. This is a humble act in my eyes from Shedeur Sanders to even go to Cleveland. Because look at their fucking track record of dog shit. Boom. There's 100 fucking names of fucked up motherfuckers that have gone to Cleveland. Careers end or almost end. Nobody saves them, from fucking number 1 overall picks, the fucking Pro Bowlers, the fucking Hall of Famers, motherfuckers. Nobody saves Cleveland quarterbacks. I don't give a shit. So it's not going to be Shedeur Sanders is going to be the next one. He's not going to be the saving grace. I'm sorry to tell you that. So him doing this is just fucking his career up in my eyes. His dad said it in 2018. Yeah. Or 2017.
Yep.
This is where you're going to fucking die. Look at Bake. Bake is the best prime example of this shit. The newest shit there is. Look how good he's doing in fucking Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. That man is fucking balling in Tampa Bay. Took off where Tom Brady left the fuck off, like he didn't leave the building. Cleveland threw him away. They gave fucking Baker Mayfield the key. They let him stay at the stadium. You seen the commercials? They let him stay at the stadium. Now look at it. Look, come on, man. That shit's dead. That shit is so dead. I'm sorry for that, man. I feel so sorry for that, man.
I do, but the memes were it's not funny.
Yeah, but who would have thought, Tori, that fucking Shiloh would have had a better fucking weekend than fucking goddamn Shador?
It's
I'd
funny,
rather
the irony
undrafted to fucking Tampa than fucking fifth round of the fucking Browns.
When
Fuck
you were
out of
projected
here.
first round.
I'd have answered the phone like, you better not draft me. You better not fucking draft me, right? You better pick a different fucking card right now.
They'd be like, you ready to be a Brown? No.
No. Absolutely not, coach. Absolutely not. Dylan Gabriel, coach? Dylan Gabriel, coach? All 5'9" of Dylan Gabriel, coach? Really? Really? The Ducks, coach? What? Man, come on. Come on. Fuck out of here. Crazy work by the NFL. Crazy work by the NFL.
Interesting to see it play out for sure.
I swear to God, if Brad Holmes would have had a 4th round pick, he would have picked his ass.
I don't know that he would have.
Just for shits. Just for fucking shits. He ain't gonna ruin our locker room. There isn't a player in the NFL in this moment in fucking time, down to fucking AB himself, that couldn't ruin our locker room. There's too many big heads. There's way too many stars on our roster right now. There's way too many stars on our roster that are homegrown motherfuckers. You could not insert a toxic ass motherfucker into our locker room and he remained toxic. It wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't fucking happen. It wouldn't happen.
Our guys would laugh their asses off at him.
They just wouldn't put up with it. Like, there's too many homegrown stars on our team to deal with that shit. What am I capping about, Justin?
Ooh.
What am I capping about? We could take AB right now. Bet. Guy slinging that fucking rock around. Bet. Bro. What are we capping about, huh? Hop in here. What are we capping about? Where's he fucking at, huh? Where's this fucking ass at? You know what? Never mind. Fuck. We'll get you on the next one. But no one's capping. I just think that's how it is. I mean, let me guess. Shador Sanders to the Jets? Let me know. That's what I thought. I don't know, guys. No, he definitely doesn't. I'm not lying, but I wish he would have. My point of saying that though, Justin, is that the Sanders situation wouldn't have done anything to our situation. It wouldn't have changed a fucking thing. It wouldn't have changed one fucking thing. People would have said it like it would change our culture is different. Our culture is a lot of based on what the fuck Brad or what Dan does and what us as fans are doing. Us fans have more control of the fucking culture than anything. So that Dan just doubled down on that shit and then poured gasoline on the motherfucking fire.
Yup.
That's all he did. He came in and was like, oh, okay. You guys are already fired up all the fucking time. Got my little gas can. Gave us a fucking kneecap biting speech, and there we go. What the fuck? Like, tell me I'm fucking capping, motherfucker. I'm not the one capping. There isn't a person in the NFL that could change our culture. Bring anybody in the NFL you think is toxic right now to our team. They ain't changing the culture. Period. They coming in and being the culture. They coming in and being, oh, you guys, oh, yeah. We're like that. That's what that is now. It is what it is. Our homegrown guys, they don't fuck around. Plus, now we got people that are actually from the state.
Yeah.
Hutch, he live here. He's going to take you to your mom's house. You have to start acting crazy. Get you a home-cooked meal. The fuck? Let's be real. So I don't see a problem in it. It's just he went to Cleveland in the 5th round. As Mel Kiper's number 1 pick overall.
We heard about it the whole draft too.
It's not a good pick. I mean, it's not a good look for ESPN in the NFL. It truly is not a good look. Your experts should not be ass backwards on their number 1 pick. That's not how that works. That's just not how that works. And what's crazy is about it, Mel Kiper is going to end up right. Shador's going to go somewhere and he's going to play well. It's going to fucking happen. You better hope to God they don't cut him and he goes to Jacksonville. Because Trevor's already on the fucking hot seat.
Yeah.
You better hope to God that don't happen. Because you know who Mr. Duval, number 1 motherfucking guy is now. Travis motherfucking Hunter.
Yep.
That's the number 1 superstar in town now. Not Trevor Lawrence. Take a back seat, Trevor. There's a new boss in town. He plays cornerback and wide receiver. Get with the times, buddy. I mean, I'm just being honest. Trevor don't have a platform like Travis Hunter does. Mm-hmm. So there's no comparing the two's platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, fuck out of here. There's a reason why young Buck went and got his boy out, out of Cleveland. For real. That guy saved Travis Hunter's career.
He got that call and he was like, Jackson.
He said Jacksonville?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank God.
Shit, Mom. Guys, we ain't going to Cleveland. Oh,
Thank God.
Thank God. Shit. That's what it is. That's what we think of you, Cleveland. That's what we think of you. Because you literally ruined careers. I know we're Detroit Lions. But people usually leave us and do well. They don't come here and shit the bed.
Well, now people are leaving us and doing bad.
Who?
Jamal.
Oh, Jamal's different though, bro.
Hawk?
Hawk's doing fine. He's still getting his numbers in fucking Minnesota. It's fine.
Like, our team is just improved from these guys that did so well here. They leave and
I agree with that.
At least now, new Lions. Old Lions, yeah.
I agree with that. But again, fuck everybody that doesn't think that either about the Shedeur Sanders shit. If you thought he was a 5th round pick,
no.
I really don't know what you're watching. And I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Although it was very entertaining. I will say that. I was thoroughly entertained watching him.
I mean, maybe that was the plan because their average viewing went up fucking 7 million a day because he didn't get drafted. The average like 8.8 million views a day until he got drafted. Kind of funny, but yet we don't want to deal with it. Shut the fuck up. Crazy work, Tori. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy work. But
at that point, I thought he just wasn't getting drafted. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
I wish he wouldn't have, because then he would have got to choose his team. Not choose his team, but any team that would have invited him to camp. But every team would have fucking sent him an invite, basically. So.
Oh yeah.
But All right. Anything else on the draft, Tori? What are you thinking? Anything?
No, I'm happy with it. Beyond happy with it, actually. Excited to see these guys come out, see what they got.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a good camp. And look for some signings and stuff here coming up soon, everybody, because I think we got some more splashes coming. So
I think so, yeah.
all right, everybody, have a phenomenal week. We'll see you next week. All that kind of good shit. Hopefully some shit goes down. Hopefully we get a signing or something. I'm really looking forward to it. But shit, go Pistons. Let's say that before we go. Go Pistons, baby.
Go
Come on.
Pistons.
Got them at home.
Fuck
Got 'em at home.
Brunson forever.
Yep, and the Tigers are winning too. So bang bang. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye.